Hello, my name's Ms Pine. I'm the head of sixth form here at St George's. This transition programme is intended for any students who are looking to join our sixth form in September, and it's a really comprehensive programme to ensure that you are fully ready in both subject and skills wise to join our sixth form in September. So our transition programme takes a holistic approach to get you ready for all aspects of sixth form. While we feel that developing some subject specific knowledge and exploring the subjects that you are aiming to take in September is important, we also want you to engage with other aspects of our sixth form life. So we want you to look at the skills that you are required to be effective in your studying and to develop that level of independence that you need to study at level 3. We'll also be looking at how you can stretch yourself and look beyond the curriculum, your future career paths and options when you leave us at post 18, and also for you to begin to explore and demonstrate some of the Christian values that are really important to our school community. So this slide is aimed at students who were with us at St George's in Year 11 and are aiming to move into our sixth form. If you are a student from another school, and sometimes referred to as external students, can you please go to the next slide to hear me talk about your programme? So our current students who are at St George's, you obviously already set up with your school emails and set up with some other of these profiles that you will be working on. So your transition programme takes a 5-part approach. The first part is asking you to develop key study skills required to be successful at Key Stage 5. You will work on some booklet work for your 3 chosen subjects. You will engage with our school values over the summer, and you will build your Unifrog profile, which you'll hear more about on the Unifrog slide. But your account has already been emailed to you around about the 18th of June. You would have received an email with information of how you can sign up to the Unifrog programme. And you're also going to start looking about your future beyond sixth form and exploring some of the options available to you. So as you move through the slides, I will talk you through each activity, and it's really important that you work to the end of all of the activities. And on the very last slide, there is a link to a Microsoft form that you will complete and allows you to upload all of your work for us to be able to see how you've got on over the summer. I'd like to remind you it is an expectation and a requirement that you complete all parts of this before you join us in September, and this is a requirement to be entered into our sixth form. So this slide is aimed at any of the students who we refer to as external students just for this process of transition, and that's where you spent Year 11 at another school and will be joining St George's for the first time in Year 12. So your approach will have a 4-part programme, whereas the internal students does have a 5-part. So if you are joining us, we will be expecting you to complete some study skills activities. We will ask you to engage with some booklet work for 3 chosen subjects that you wish to study with us. We will ask you to explore and engage with our school values, which are Christ activities and our Christ values, and you'll hear more about those on the coming slides. And the final one for you will be start looking at your future and beyond sixth form and what some of your options are. Now the 4th one you'll see here talks about the creation of a Unifrog profile. Now unfortunately, until you are registered at the school and enrolled with us in Year 12, we will be unable to set you up this profile. And don't worry, we will make sure there's time for you in those first couple of weeks to get this part of the profile done, which the other internal students will be doing over the summer. But nothing to worry about, we'll definitely make sure you've got time to get that done in the first couple of weeks. So the first part of the transition programme, this is for both internal and external students, is for you to develop study skills. Study skills is such a vital aspect of being able to be successful at Key Stage 5 and Level 3 study. It's such a different world from what you've experienced at GCSE. And so while we can't cover everything in the summer programme, we will give you some introductions to it. And don't worry, we'll have lots going on in Year 12 to make sure you have the chance to develop and understand those skills. So the first thing we want you to do is watch a very short video that's going to introduce you to what we call the Vesper programme, something that we use in our sixth form and something you will be working through in Year 12. So you use the PowerPoint, you'll click the link, it'll take you to a summary of what the Vesper programme is and why it's important for Level 3 study. There on the coming 2 slides, slides 6 and 7, there are 2 study skills activities that I'll talk to you more about on those slides. We then ask you to watch a short video to learn about the Cornell notes method taking process. We're not saying this is what you have to do, but it's to introduce you to a way of reducing down and collating your notes at Level 3 study. And then what we're going to ask you to do is once you have finished your 3 subject specific study books, which you will find later in slides I talk about, you are expected to create 3 Cornell notes pages. So these are singular note pages, and they can be on anything that you have covered inside your study transition books for each subject. So some of them will be asking you to watch TED Talks, some will be asking you to do activities, some will ask you to do some reading on some links. You have the choice of what you pick from each subject, but we are asking you to create a one-page summary using the Cornell Notes method of something you have learnt through the subject-specific booklets. So this first Vesper activity is something to help you develop your vision and to give you something to focus on when time gets tough in sixth form. And it does in all sixth forms, all level 3 studies. They're quite challenging, and it really just gives you something to really draw your attention to and to keep you motivated. So what we are asking you to do is to build a vision board. Now this can be done on paper, it can be done electronically, but what it really is to get you to start thinking about what you would like your life to look like in the future. What things are really important to you? What inspires you? What are your goals? Now this is going to look different for every single person, but we want you to have a vision board that has photos, images, inspirational quotes that really motivate you when times are hard, future activities you'd love to get involved in, any aspirations for future career goals or life goals. Anything that's going to keep you motivated when you're at the point in winter, you're revising for some mock exams, time's getting tough, and you need something to keep you going. This vision board is really important. It's really important also that you make it, not just think about it, because we will be asking you to upload later on the Microsoft form a photo or an electronic version of your vision board. But hopefully you'll enjoy this as a summer activity to really help you time to reflect on what is it that motivates you to do well in sixth form. So this Vesper activity 2 is looking around the level of effort that is required when you're studying for level 3 study. So it's a huge change, really huge change when you join a sixth form and you start level 3 study. The first thing is obviously you start to have what people call free periods on their timetable. And I just want to reframe that language, and it's not a free period, it is a study period. But it's really easy to slip into maybe negative habits where you don't utilise that time effectively. So this activity allows you to reflect on studying approaches and how you can utilise as much time as possible and how much time is expected to be completed for level 3 study. Just because you have 9 or 10 hours a fortnight for a subject of lessons, that is not where your studying ends. And it's really important that you understand the importance of using study time in school and outside of school as independent study to help you be successful in your qualifications at level 3. So this allows you to make comparisons across what was expected in level 3 study and comparisons to working weeks linked to income. So hopefully you find it informative. So this is the slide where you find out about Cornell Notes and the process of it. Now again, I want to make it very clear, we are not saying this is what you have to do, but it just introduces you to a method of note taking, because that's a big change you're going to find when you come in to your lessons at sixth form, that it's slightly different to maybe how Key Stage 3 lessons were delivered, and there's quite a lot of independent note taking. And as I say on the slide before, when you get out and you're doing your independent study, it gives you a structure of how you can pull together things you have learned over the week within a lesson. So you'll watch a very short video that talks to you about it. If you want more information, it's a very famous method. You can just use Google and it will give you some more information. What we want you to do after your subject summary booklets, which you'll find out more about on the next slide, is you will select something, and it's your choice, that you have learnt through each subject's summary booklets, and you will create a one-page Cornell notes for each subject. So the expectation is later on, when we're asked to reflect and upload all of your work, that you will be able to upload 3 pages of notes, one from each subject. So this is the part of the transition package that really helps you to delve into the subjects that you're expecting to study in September. Now, if you're still unsure and you've maybe got 4 or 5 that you're thinking of, I want you to pick the 3 that you feel the strongest about, or your 3 most likely subjects you expect to be taking. Now, what we've got here are a number of booklets. So if you use the link on this page to our website, it will take you into the page where you will find each subject's summer work activities. They're focused around something called the Pixel Gateway Programme. So it's a national organisation that prepares a range of resources, and our school then has taken those and adapted them into our needs. In here you will find lots and lots of activities for you to do, which include watching video links, TED Talks, reading articles, and some of them do have specific activities for you to complete inside them as well. These are for you to start developing and working on independently. As we said on the slide before, the expectation is after you have completed those booklets, you'll complete a one-page Cornell notes on each booklet of something within that you found interesting. Your teachers are aware and have worked with me on development of these booklets and will be expecting them to have been completed and will be referring to them in their lessons in the opening weeks. So there's lots of information out there. Hopefully it will get you really interested about the subjects that you're going to be starting in September, and really get you have some base knowledge and ready to go for that level 3 study. So section 3 of our transition programme is a really important part, which is enabling all of the students who join our sixth form to be aware of our Christian values of the school and to be able to demonstrate and reflect on them through their own personal behaviours. So this is something more for you to do and reflect on through the behaviours of display over the summer. So we have our 6 values: creativity, honesty, resilience, inclusion, stewardship and thankfulness. And what I would like you to do is over the summer reflect on them, think about how you can demonstrate them, and you will be asked in your reflection form when you're uploading all of your work to give specific examples of how you have demonstrated 3 of these through your behaviours over the summer. And so they are your choice of which 3 you wish to take. There are some ideas of how you may go about demonstrating this, but you are not limited to using only these. It's very much about giving you time to think about and reflect on what do these values mean and how can you demonstrate them. So we really look forward to hearing on your reflection form how you've gone about showing them over the summer. So section 4, I just want to reiterate, is only for those students who we know as our internal students who are currently St George's students and currently have enrolment at our school through being here in year 11. For those of you that this includes, you need to have logged into the Unifrog program. If you check your school emails around at about the date of the 18th of June, you would have an email from the Unifrog organisation giving you the information you need to set up your account. Now, this is a really important program we use to support you in years 12 and 13, and it's very important to help you explore what your options post sixth form could be. And so we're asking you to set up the program. Once you're in it, they're a very simple user interface, and you'll scroll down and find the personality quiz. We would like you to complete that. We'd like you to scroll down and complete the interest quiz. And you can also scroll on that front page and you'll see something saying MOOC. If you click on this, this will tell you lots of online free courses that you can take part on that are run by multiple organisations, many of them by universities, but are aimed at the general public being able to develop their understanding of an area. And so what we would like you to do is to explore this and create a short list of some courses you would like to complete. We will be expecting our students in year 12 to be completing these courses, and so this will just give you a bit of a get ahead of the game. There is no restriction on this. If you want to get started on some of these courses, of course you can. Gives you something to do over the summer. And why do we make you do them? Because actually they help you advance your knowledge around your curriculum areas, gives you knowledge of areas that you're interested in but maybe haven't had a chance to study. And when you are looking at long-term beyond sixth form and maybe applying for university, apprenticeships or jobs, these are the types of things that you can write about and show of how you've gained experience or knowledge of an area. And that will help support your applications be more successful. So section 5 of the transition programme is all about your future. And you might be thinking, but I'm only just applying to sixth form now. Actually, we from day 1 in sixth form start preparing you for being able to be ready for the life beyond school and ready to have the right information to help you make the decisions to be successful. And so there are a range of careers-based activities and future-based activities here for you to take. We would like you to collect 100 points. That may be 5 activities, or you can do more if you wish, but a minimum of 5 activities that allow you to explore some of your options beyond sixth form, and it will allow you to explore apprenticeships, university, careers, and really get you starting to think about where are you heading. And that will be really helpful in year 12 because we do a lot of work around this quite early on in the year. So well done, you've reached the end of the transition programme. We really hope that you found it useful and feel a little bit more prepared and aware of some of the requirements of level 3 study. We are so excited about having you come join us in September. The final thing that you need to do, and this is really important, is you need to complete the reflection survey. So you can click the link on here, or the link will be on the website as well. So this is a requirement for entry into our sixth form, and so on this it will allow you to upload the photos of your vision board, allow you to reflect on your study habits. It will allow you to upload the photos of your Cornell notes, and all of the activities you have to be able to demonstrate through this reflection survey. So it's really important. You cannot do this until you have completed all aspects of the programme. So once we've done that, this does need to be uploaded onto this survey before the start of term in September, and then we will be looking at them in those first couple of weeks. As I say, it is a requirement for you to complete this, but we are really excited about seeing what you write and hope you've really enjoyed the transition programme. And so for me, that's the end of our presentation here. I cannot wait to meet you in September, and have a lovely rest of the summer.